since we did the last episode.
Hmm.
It's been a minute since we did then. And then, bro, I think the last time I seen you was at the Get Off in Oceanside.
Yeah. Hmm.
Damn, bro.
And
So
then
how's life been? How you been?
it's been good, man. I just been like working, bro, and just just handling adult stuff, you know.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, like I got a new shift, so like I've been working like earlier, um, from 4 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Ooh.
Um, yeah. So I'm trying to adjust to that. But I mean, I'm getting there. Like I decided to take that sacrifice because it was $1.25 more. So I was like, F it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. When you're doing the 40, 40 hours, 50 hours a week, that dollar, dollar and some change add up after a while. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, it's like you do what you gotta do, you know.
I mean, shit,
Mhm.
dude. I've been doing the 5 a.m.s, 5 a.m.s to 5 p.m.s, 6 a.m.s to 6 p.m.s for a while now. Like, and
Sheesh.
the traveling and people think I mean, yeah, it is fun to travel and shit, but it takes a toll, man.
Yeah, man.
It,
Especially you're going to like other states. Like,
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
yeah,
you
props to
know,
you, bro.
well, bro, as crumpers, just dancers in general, bro, we're used to I mean, never really get used to it, but it's like, it's normal for our day to kind of look like, we get up, maybe hit the job, that morning shift, and then turn
Hmm.
around and drive 2-3 hours to a session and then hop straight in that bitch,
Yeah.
you
And then
know.
we stay there all night,
Yeah.
right? And come back and then maybe get like an hour if we're lucky of like
Hmm.
rest before we got to clock in and shit. Just wild.
Yeah, man. And especially for you, dude, I definitely, dude, I love everything you do with with your brand and
Yeah,
everything you're doing in the IE, but bro, you wear a lot of different hats, man.
man. Thank you, bro. I try, man. Try. I try not to overwhelm myself too, though.
Mm.
I think nowadays, like, I have a solid team now, so like I don't have to like do everything myself. Like how I used to before. I feel like now I have a community of people that is able to help me with the load. You know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do you think was some of the stuff that was heaviest and hardest for you to keep up with while maintaining everything that you were doing?
Um, I think like just uh, making sure that I had um like just balancing like adult life shit. Like sometimes I have to be like, okay, maybe it's not worth it to go to a session today. Maybe it's not worth
Mm.
it to like be out all night. Like because it was like hurting my pockets. Like
Yeah.
because I would go to like all the way to Oceanside or all the way to like LA. And it takes a toll, man. Like all those gas prices and it's and then people want to eat after the session, and
Gotta hit Denny's. Gotta hit
yeah,
gotta hit one of the joints. Yeah.
yeah, and like people come in late too, so I'm like, shit, bro.
Yeah.
So I think lately I'm just like, all right, let me just prioritize like everything for me right now. And I feel like I found a balance. Like
Hmm.
and I told myself like it's okay to miss shit. Like there's a session every day. Like don't don't go out of your way just to like, you know, if it's gonna put you in financial trouble, like don't do it.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I mean, dude, there is that price we pay for the making that weekly session, making the
Hmm.
events and stuff. There's a price, right? But
Yeah.
then also the reward of it, bro. And one thing I definitely
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
the one thing I wanted to like talk with you about, bro, is like you do build that community. You do get
Mhm,
your name out there. You do start building up this reputation,
mhm,
and it looks different for everybody. And so for
mhm.
you, bro, how do you feel now, bro? Now that especially like, dude, you were putting on for the motherfucking IE, my guy. Like,
Yeah,
you got a lot of new faces who are around you, man, that are fucking out here, like doing it. You know what I mean? How's that make you feel seeing it, bro?
bro, it's such a relief, you know, because like I was basically like the only one doing it for a long time, and I finally built up a group of people that are like, I really do this shit. So it's like I'm able to be like, all right, here's the torch, do what you want with it,
Mm.
like, and they're hungry, so that makes it so much easier, like on my end, so you know, like seeing all these new faces out here in the IE, like it's definitely cool, cause like I could have used this like a couple years ago, but I'm not really complaining anymore. You know, like I really could just watch back, like just sit back and just like enjoy everything that's going on now.
Yeah, man.
Hmm.
It's like, when I think about especially these young heads, because I mean, there is
Hmm.
definitely IE heads who
Hmm.
kinda lay down a path, you know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
never wanna discredit them or their work. But
Hmm.
when it comes to bringing in new faces,
Hmm.
people who may never had ever experienced Crump before, um, Childish is really doing that, and Imma put that on wax. Childish is the dude, and it is tight to kinda see them come from under that, you know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
you really put in, bro, like, for and I've told you before, bro, like, you are somebody who I really support because you
Hmm.
don't say much, you
Yeah.
don't hear much complaining coming from Childish about this or that and the
Yeah.
politicking, and he's just
Hmm.
there, he's there, he's doing
Yeah.
his thing, and he's
Yeah.
gonna say, "What's up?" And
Hmm.
to see people come because you stood the tests, I mean, you withstood the pressure of, "Oh, gotta get this done," or, "Oh, gotta get that done," and, you
Yeah.
wore all the hats, bro.
Yeah.
And
And
so I
like, remember that time like when like they asked me to teach in Oxnard, like, and I was honored, um, but like since like you're Oxnard, I was like, I'm not gonna do it unless like Corpse is there, and
Mhm.
like and because like I know you're still building the community out there, and so like I wanted to be part of that moment with you and shit. So that's why I was like, let's do a double header with Corpse and shit, and you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
man, that night was so tight, bro, like, even to
yeah,
take class from you too, man, it was like, there was moments I just kinda like, I was, like, in class, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing this," and then there'd be moments, bro, I'd have to step back and just kinda, like, look at everybody and be like, "Damn, like, I know you, like, I know you, and y'all's all here taking this class from Kev's too, like, this is tight as fuck, like, this is
yeah, bro.
it was cool,
And
man, it was cool,
hell
bro."
yeah. And yeah, like I'm really about building the community, like I know you're Oxnard, so I was like, that was like as my like because I have hella respect for you too, bro. So I was like,
Thank you.
yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna do that shit unless he's there, you know.
My guy, and, to push the envelope, I know sometimes there's that weird line we gotta, because even, like, for myself, there's been that weird line that we've tiptoed of you kinda like, always showing respect and always paying homage. That's one thing I know that you do big time.
Hmm.
But then there's also that we gotta push the envelope, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, how's that saying go? It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I'd rather beg for forgiveness than to ask for permission at
Hmm.
times,
Yeah. It's
and and
like,
and tip in that line.
hmm, yeah, like I know when I'm like, you know what, fuck it, like I don't have to like ask permission, you know. But when it comes to shit like that, I'm like, because I have that much respect for you. So I was like,
My
you know,
guy.
hmm,
I know, dude, and again, and I've said it before, and I want to say it again, dude. I'm very thankful for like the opportunities that you gave some of the boys too to get down there and battle at the playgrounds. Man, they
Oh
were
yeah,
fucking stoked, bro. They were
yeah,
stoked, and
yeah,
I mean,
man.
fuck, I was
Every single one of them.
bro, everybody, like, and I remember we were in the group chat, and then it was like, "Yo," I can't remember who it was, but they're like, "Yo, Childish literally put the whole fam in this bitch." I was like, "We are about to go crazy." And then I
Mhm.
had to leave for Texas, and I was so mad because these bitches got a fucking hotel room together and shit. So I was like, "Man, I'm missing out on all the fun, bro. I could be there with my boys right now." But you know,
Man,
adult shit calls, man.
yeah,
You gotta handle your duties.
yeah, man. You do what you gotta do, and like I hella appreciate you letting me know ahead of time and shit. Like I was able to set up like a different battle. So it's all good, bro. It's always another one, you know. Um, your big homie was able to like me and your big homie was hyping them up, you know. Like, oh yeah, they were doing their shit for sure. You know, wait for Corpse to come back.
studio audience, people who are going to be watching this, I am fucking sorry. Check it out. Hotel living ain't everything that it's cut out to be. Okay? But we're working our way through it. We're going to make our way through it. Waiting for Childish to pop back up in this boy. Oh, my man Childish is here. My man Childish is here. Hold on, let me get him on the stream.
All right,
Childish,
we back.
we back. Bro, I hate living in a motherfucking hotel. You get me? Like shit
Nah,
on his boofy ass Wi-Fi, bro. Be killing me, I swear to
man,
God.
it's
Oh
like
yeah,
Motel
yeah.
6. I'm
I'm
just
telling
kidding.
bro, I will say this. They put us up in some pretty cool, like, they're pretty cool hotels. You know what I mean? Got the
Mm,
gym, pool, all that shit. But it
nice.
never fails that their fucking Wi-Fi blows. Like it
Yeah.
blows. Um,
Oh, like,
I mean, I guess for
yeah.
like video games and like your basic fucking Instagram scrolling, it's fire, But for this shit, it's not cool. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. How much was your setup for your podcast? Like, I just realized that.
Um, I roughly spent around, I want to say between like 3 to 400.
Oh, not bad.
Bro, not bad. And see now, I got the mics. I got the
Yeah.
mics and the boom arms off of a chick that I was a part of a group like this Instagram this dude had put together like this Instagram group for all of the artists in Oxnard.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when you post something, just share it in the group, we'll go comment, like an engagement group type thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um but we also started, clucking some of our shit. Like, hey, I'm not using these mics, or hey, I'm not using this light. Boom, 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 boom. Um, yeah, so I got most of it from that group, man. It just kind of Frankensteined everything together.
Nice.
Um,
That's what's up.
I ended up selling some of the stuff because I got the mics from the girl, and then there
Mm-hmm.
was some other stuff that I had got from somebody. I ended up selling it and then turn around and buying the boom arms. So I have
Mm,
like 4 boom arms. I have 4 mics, the mixer, the light, and I'm telling you, just shy under $400, like adapters and all that shit, man.
shit, that's pretty good. Mm. I was like, dang, he got a whole podcast set up. Like that's tight. Yeah.
Bro, the
Audio
vision.
sounds good.
You got to have that vision, man. You got to see where you want it to
Yeah.
be and just start slowly doing it, man.
Hell yeah.
Um, Speaking of which, bro, like you got the Plagueroundz anniversary coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And bro, some of the battles you've been putting together for that's already been lit.
Thank you,
Um
bro.
how does that feel, bro? You gotta like it's the 10-year anniversary?
10-year anniversary.
How
Yeah,
does that
bro.
feel, man?
Man, it's hella exciting. I'm like me and the team, we're putting our all into this. Um, we're definitely trying to be event of the year for 2024. Um, and yeah, man, like it's scary, but it's like exciting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we have so many ideas and like we're actually making it happen, you know. Um,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a whole experience. Like there's gonna be live music, there's gonna be of course battles, there's gonna be everything. Like it's gonna be a whole celebration that week. So, like if people can make it, I definitely suggest pulling up to the playgrounds. You know.
100%. What would you say like scares you the most about the anniversary coming up?
Um, there's always that thought of like, is people gonna show up and of course people like not being able to make it to their battles and you know, there's like so many factors that I think about and shit. But um, I think my excitement for the event, like over like it's more than my fear of like how shit's gonna go,
Mm-hmm.
So mm, um but yeah, I'm pretty excited that it's gonna be a good time, Like I'm scared but like I'm not too worried, you know. Like, I'm just glad that we're taking baby steps to make everything happen.
Yeah, dude. I mean, planning way ahead.
Mhm.
And I love to like the people who I generally see on your battle cards, right? They're so buckheads, and a lot of them I just feel like never really get the shine that they
Mhm.
deserve, man. And I love
Yeah.
that you put those people up like that, man.
Yeah. Like, and that's what it's always been about, like, it's always been about the new generation, the overlooked. You know, I'm that dude that's gonna give those people that are overlooked like that platform to shine. And
Mhm.
yeah, that's that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's tight, bro. It's tight, and
Hmm.
especially to see some of the people who've already came out of it, right?
Hmm.
Like even just my boys, bro. Like
Yeah.
you know who they are, and
Hmm.
some people may have met them here and there, and of course, like Beast and Dread have met them, but
Yeah.
for Crump, like the Crump community to really experience them, that would to me for them was my biggest goal. I was like, guys, listen, I just want y'all to go, people meet you, let them love you the way that I love you. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
let them meet the people
Hmm.
that I know. Like I know you guys.
Hmm.
Yeah, bro, it was tight. And then I mean, bro, listen. I had to message that fuck boy, uh, Toy Box Prince Oxy.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes! I even called Z. I was like, "Yeah, he got off on you." Like I could see here, like try to sugarcoat this, and like kind of like baby it, but nah, he got the fuck off on you, boy. Like you did good, whatever. But
Yeah.
boy, he was different. And I messaged him too. I was like, "Yo, dog, you are crazy." And it's tight,
Yeah.
man. It's tight to see, and especially I know it feels a certain way for you because you're the one put on this event. But me
Hmm.
as a spectator and somebody who true I just not even just Crump, I just love dance. And it's
Yeah.
like to see people kind of come into their own, rise to these occasions, and display who they are. It's
Hmm.
beautiful to watch. It's
Facts.
amazing to fucking watch, man.
Facts, bro. Like. Because you probably know, like Z and Toy Boy, they were supposed to battle like a while back at one of my sessions, and
Mhm.
of course, like situations happen, and I was happy to like set it up again, and like the way it turned out, like I was like, hell yeah, and Z is tight, like
Mhm.
I was hyping him up and shit. I was like, this fool's getting off crazy too,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
Toy Boy was just like, yeah, I'm about to prepare for this dude. I don't even know how he dances.
Bro, and I
um,
told Z too. He's like, what could I work on? This and that, and I was like, everything. First off, work on everything. But I was like, watch his footy. I was like, and you see when utter preparation meets the moment. Like he prepared, he was ready for your ass. Like
yeah,
if he keeps that up, that type of work ethic, there's not a lot of people who's going to be able to beat that. Like especially
mhm,
like in his realm of people who've been doing Crump for like a year, not that
yeah,
long. Like dude, y'all got to be labbed. Like when you're fucking around with
mhm,
this young man, you better be labbed because he's going to
yeah,
prepare. Like and he was
yeah.
well prepared, had the fucking songs, the makeup, the presence, like he was ready for that shit, man. Big shout out, big shout out, big shout out to Toy Boy. I gotta give you the love, man. Got off on the little homie. That's what he needed. He
Yeah,
needed that shit.
man.
Uh,
It was tight to me because like like weeks before when Toy Boy dropped that promo video, you were
mm-hmm.
like fuck that, you're not about to get on my little homie. Talk- I'm gonna talk my shit for him.
I was like,
And
man, I was like, you should have said, like, and my whole thing too, because even Z was like, man, but I don't do a lot of talking. He's like, I just like to dance. I was like, I know, dog. I was like, but he said corpse, and I'm corpse. You should have said Skella, but whatever. Like, I was like, but let's get it rowdy, man. Like, it's a battle, and he is
yeah,
right. He is right. You did miss your battle with him. you did pass up. So I don't care, in the Krump world, we don't care. We don't care
Yeah.
if you had work. We don't care if your house was on fire. We don't give a fuck. You missed the battle, bro. You ducking. I was like, so
Like,
right now you're ducking, bro.
yeah, yeah. He was like, um, because like Toy Boy was like, yeah, I can't wait to battle him. Like, I understand, like life happens, but I'm a prep for this fool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And that was
yeah.
another thing too, bro. It's dangerous to let somebody sit on the material that they've had for you,
Mhm.
especially if they made it for you. Like when you hit that corpse walking around, I was like, "Ooh, you had that in your bag for a minute, boy." All right, I was like, all right."
Yeah,
I'm
man.
telling you, I'm a true fan. I'm a true fan of Toy Boy, and I hope he does well. Uh, who would you say? Because we even had like EBS happen recently. We've had
Mhm.
Hype Factory go down. There's been so many events, House of Buck, all this shit.
Mhm.
Shout out House of fucking Buck. Shout out Hype Factory. Shout out Wave and EBS putting Crump on.
Yeah,
Everyone who
we're
puts
all.
Crump up.
Mhm.
Um, who would you say is somebody who's either relatively known, like relatively new, or relatively unknown that you're kind of fucking with right now? Somebody that you find yourself watching a lot.
Um, shit. I would say like they're not overlooked, but they are new. I would say Princess Oxy.
Ooh,
She's
yeah.
she's like my favorite rookie right now. Like even though she's basically like my little homie, like even though she's under the bro Oxy, like me and her like lab all the time, and she's so hungry to like be the best, you know. And yeah, like she was like, cause it was funny, cause I had the playgrounds like last year in Oakland, right? And then that's around the time when Icon battled Fiction at the Beast Camp, right?
Yes, sir.
And we were watching that, and she was like, "I want to battle him in the future." And I was like, "Oh, you want to battle Icon?" So like a week later, I was like, "Yo, Icon, you want to battle Anubis?" And he was like,
Mhm.
"I'm down." And then I told her, and she was like, "What the fuck? Like, why so soon?" I was like, you know. And
It
then
happens.
yeah, I was like, "Why are you scared for?" Like, So we took a whole year of just prepping for him, and she was like pushing herself. She had some doubts in her mind, but she was really like prepping for this fool, and like her hunger like really inspires me, and I think she's definitely like my favorite rookie right now. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's definitely on my watch list.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, but there's just so much good talent, so much good
Yeah.
talent. I like
These new
our
people are too good.
hey, bro, they done fucked
Uh,
up. They fucked up, and they let choreo heads start stepping into the scene. You
bro,
know what
that's
I
what I
mean?
noticed. That's what I noticed. Like a lot of choreo heads are getting into this shit, and they're picking up like that. They're picking up crump like that.
Bro, oh girl, fuck, what's her name? Shigo? Oh girl,
Yeah.
Shigo, the one that's under Trent. Oh, she is fucking lit. Choreo head. You know what I mean? She be doing choreo too. And it's like, y'all fuck
Hmm.
around. You know what I mean? Y'all fucking
Hmm.
around. You know what I mean? Y'all's fucking around. Me, I was a choreo head, bro. And there's so many, bro. Zariel, first aid choreo. My whole fam were all choreo heads, and it was like,
Hmm.
but they liked freestyling, you know what I mean? Or they started off as freestylers, moved into choreo, but never really had like a foundational style that they kind of went
Hmm.
after, and all
Hmm.
gravitated towards Crump.
Yeah.
It's insane to think that, like, I'm not too big on mixing Crump up with the all style scene too much, right? I like to try to keep it a little separate.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
But the big homie, you know what I mean? Big homie is throwing these sessions now, and you're seeing all these, I mean, Robozilla and all these dudes who come through and they're really trying to learn the style and be a part of the culture and experience it. And I just keep telling myself, like, I got to get so much better. Like, I have to get so much better before y'all start figuring this out, because you're just going to be good. Like, good dancers are good
Yeah,
dancers, you know?
yeah,
Oh my God.
and like it's different like when their whole life is just about dance. Like even their work is just dance, and
Mm-hmm.
so they have more time to like practice and lab and
Mm-hmm.
people like us, we got we got real life and like we gotta find time to like fit our lab in and shit and you know. But I like it. I like the challenge, you know? Like
Yeah, bro. It's like Icon, right? I
yeah.
I tell Icon all the time. He's my favorite from the camp right now.
Oh yeah.
He's my favorite. His work ethic is wild, and I don't think a lot
Facts.
of people register that, you know, he moved from Colorado to Cali to do dance, and he's like 13, you know, no, I mean, he's like 18, 19, but he's like, you know, he's like 10 years old over here. And it's like, bro, you're so young, dog. And you're out here, like, away from your family, away from all these people, and you're kind of dealing with life, you know, but all your life is literally dancing. Like, I don't even know what he does for a job. I think he literally dances on this, like, you know, for a 9 to 5. So it's like, bitch, you're practicing all the time. Like, like you
So
are
you better
practicing.
be tight.
Yep,
Yeah.
dude, it shows, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I trip out, like, you know, and you know, he's took some L's, you know, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But it's like, but bro, every time I see him, I'm like Icon, dog, you are an icon living. Let's fucking
Facts.
go, dude. I fuck
Yeah.
with Icon heavy.
Shout out to the
Um,
bro.
yeah, man. Anubis is tight. Chico's tight for the girls. Um, there's
You know what
another
girl I really like? Armor.
Armor. Fucking Armor. She is nutty. Sh She's what? She's Little Ruck Boy or
Little Ruck Boy.
Little Ruck Boy? Yeah. See, I try to stay in the swing of things. Um, yeah, dude. At the get off, I had seen her footage
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, I see what people are seeing, right? But
Mhm.
obviously through footage you don't feel it, right?
Mhm.
And so I was like, but I just like I'm just not picking up what they're putting down here. Like I can't wait. And it made me excited to see her dance in person. So when I
Mhm.
saw her dance in person, I was like, okay, I get it. Like I
Yeah.
I fucking I get it. I get it. You're
Yeah.
lit as fuck, dude.
Mhm.
I think she lost to Rawchild,
Yeah, to
and
get off? Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
she lost to Rawchild, and I was talking to Twin about it, and he's like, how do you even judge that? I was like, that's why they have judges. Like, I'm not judging it. I was like, you know,
I'd hate to
Joel,
lose that shit. Yeah.
bro, Joel. I mean, Joel was on a different fucking wavelength that night. He was still my favorite from the tournament that night.
Yeah. Same.
Um, but I mean, God, well, how did I tell? I was like, Jolly Jeepers, gee whiz, Mister, she's good. Like, God. Boys
Newbies,
though,
man.
yeah, boys, Toy Boy got my attention, bro. He
Crazy.
got my attention super heavy. So
Yeah.
he's definitely up there, man. There's a squad in Austin because I was spending a lot of time in Austin over the last few weeks, man.
Mm.
And there's a little squad under Craze. Shout out my man Craze, man.
Hey.
He's got
Craze
boy
under Antics, right? Or he
Used
was
to
under
be.
Antics?
Yeah, he used
Okay.
to be.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
even said the same thing. I was like, "Oh, aren't you like Twin Antics?" He's like, "Man, I haven't been Twin Antics in a while." I was like, "Oh, I don't know." It's just that's how I remember you, bro. He's like, "Yeah, he's still a
Mm.
fan." He's like, "But I just been, you know, doing my own thing." I was like, "Oh, cool, cool." But he's building up a little community in Austin, man, and
Yeah.
his whole fam is pretty tight. Some of them stepped out at the Hype Factory,
Oh, nice.
and one of them I used to dance with in Oxnard. Um, like during high school, and then we danced together on AOV. Um, and you know, choreo heads have like buck pieces, you know, buck pieces. And he was
Yeah.
always center. Yeah, he was like always center for it, or always like in the front for him because he was as lit, you know, and he could do choreo really well. Um, and I would tell him forever, like, bro, just pick up Krump, dude. Like it already registers on your body, dude. Just do it. Like you're gonna be fine. And he's doing it now. So shout out to them. But they're all really tight men out there. There's a fucking Antics or not Antics. Goddamn. Craze has got a cool little squad, man. Cool little
Oh
squad.
yeah.
And he spoke very highly of you too, man. He spoke very highly of you, and I was telling him, I was like, what he's already done, building up juvies, building up this young squad in the IE. I was like, that's what you're doing over here. I was like, but you're just, you're just behind. Like you got to give it more time. You'll have a similar thing because I feel like both of you guys approach it with that same like humility, the
Yeah.
patience,
Yeah.
being humble about it. You know what I mean, and
Yeah.
letting it like in basketball, they say they let the game come to them. You know what I mean? Instead
Yeah.
of rushing into it, you guys are kind of letting the
Mhm.
game come to you, and that
Yeah.
shit, man, building up crazy.
Mhm.
Ooh,
It's like I understand like you got a life outside of this, so it's like I'm not gonna like force it on you and shit.
mm-hmm.
Like we're not gonna rush the process. Like we're gonna let it like happen on its own. You know, and and now it is. It's like 10 years. 10 years.
And bro, and so Juvies, is that your guys's like? Are you guys like starting your own crew, or is that just something you guys are calling yourselves? What is that?
So yeah, it's basically a new gen crew based out of the IE. It's like um it's like a Black Hearts, it's like a Allies, it's like a Beast Camp. It's like um some badass kids,
Yeah,
juveniles.
dude. Yeah,
you know.
the juveniles, the juveniles. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
because I remember too. A few years back,
Mhm.
2016, 17, it was rookies.
Yeah.
Everyone was screaming
You
rookies,
bullet, yeah. You,
rookies, let's go, rookies. I got to give it up to Grizzy because my man was saying that shit first, and I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking tight. What's up, rookies?
bro. You, Bullet, Grizzy, and Oxy, like around that time, y'all were going stupid. Y'all were going stupid.
At the session every fucking week, bro. Like two, three times a week, bro. Driving up from Oxnard, like, God,
Bro.
damn.
That's crazy. Like, but I gotta remember, like, you're basically like the same distance from me from going to a session. You're like what, hour and a half?
About an hour and a half, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Like, but like when you go to Oceanside, that's like 4 hours. I'm like, shit.
But bro, uh, that's why I think I resonate with especially like you, some of the
Yeah.
heads, from like O side
Yeah.
and people who are traveling that hour and a half. We don't have another session 15 minutes around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have another session that's ending at 7 here, and then you got another one popping up at 8 over here, and then there's another one
Mm-hmm.
happening at the same time, 2
Mm-hmm.
blocks down, and you can just kind of
Yeah.
session hop type thing, like we don't have that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like for you, when I figured out like, oh damn, it's an hour and a half for him to get here, like my God, like I'm on that wave, bro. So that's why I'm telling
Yeah.
you, man, I fuck with you heavy, bro. Heavy, heavy, heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we literally have to plan our week ahead. Like, all right, I'm gonna go to this session on this day. I'm gonna go home around this time. I'm throw like maybe 2 3 rounds in. I'll be ready if I get called out. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, like where I was at in Texas, it was a 3.5 hour drive into Austin. So I was doing that over the weekends. And matter of fact, I was just with Cecil, uh, repping fair warnings, my guy.
Yeah.
I was just with him taking his class in Minneapolis, and that was like a 45-minute drive one way. So the closest I've been to a session in a while, but still it's like 45 minutes, bro. Like you're talking about damn near 2 hours just there and back, let alone in the class. So
Yeah.
you kind of have to plan your day and make a day
Yeah.
of it sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm. Facts. That shit crazy. Man, like I was like just happy to see y'all to get off. I was like, I know that's a crazy drive.
Shout out Trend. Shout out Hybrid. I pulled out this
Yeah,
fucking support, man. That was a long ass fucking
man,
drive,
bruh,
man. Love y'all, love y'all. Hella support y'all, man. Gotta show support to the fucking to the women in Crump, man. Trying to pave their own lanes, man.
facts, man.
Uh,
So
of
like,
all, oh no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. So I was gonna ask you, like, what's the plans for as far as like Oxnard?
I've yet to have that conversation with those boys.
Okay.
Um, but I told them that watching their footage and watching how they
Mhm.
conducted themselves, and not only that, but hearing it, like called up Dread, I called up Beast, called up some of the gang, be like, hey, how was the boys? Like, how were they? How did they look? And the one thing that I got from most of them was is that they held themselves highly, especially even with me not being around.
Mhm.
So now for Oxnard, I'm like, yo, guys, this is in y'all's hands now. Like I spearheaded it for so long, and like you guys know what I know. And of course, I'm gonna be visiting. Like I go there once a month. I'm gonna be there visiting. We'll lab, we'll hang out
Mhm.
and chit chat and bullshit.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to have sessions, like it's going to be on you guys to put together. You guys already
Yeah.
know the get down. Find the spot, find the time, play the music. You have my band camp. Sorry, everybody, all you band camp artists. Sorry about it. Sorry, like
Man.
y'all have it. Y'all have my Spotify playlists. You have my YouTube playlists. You have all the music that I have. You have. So it's time for y'all to put on the big boy shoes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
It's all about just being consistent and just holding that space, you know. Like
mhm.
even if it's just them three dancing together, that's all you need, you know. And eventually more people will start to come and shit.
Yeah, and there's another young cat too who's out there. His name's Dre.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
met him. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, bro, and he's trying to be under hour from the last time I heard.
Nice.
Um, and he was like, well, and he was saying something to me along the lines of like, well, Corpse and the Corpse fam, that's like Oxnard. And I was like, yeah, I was like, that's true. We've been really the only fam out here. I was like, but wouldn't it be dope to have an hour out here? Like, wouldn't it be dope to have, a little Skella running around out here? Wouldn't it be tight to have a J Keen or a fucking, twin Sly running around out here? Like, Corpse
Mhm.
fam doesn't, like, you could be fam and not be fam,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
we fam, but we're not fam, but we fam,
Yeah,
bro. Like, you
yeah,
could
we
call on
can.
me for anything, dog. Anytime,
Yeah.
anywhere, bro. Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Facts. Facts,
I,
facts, facts.
yeah, I think that's it. Like, I like how you like the Childish fam and the Oxy fam work so close together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that community, the collaboration between y'all is really doing something for the community, man. And it shows that Plagueroundz, man. It showed fucking big time, bro.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it, dude. Man. Yeah, bro. Like I'm all about the collabs, bro. Like it makes shit so much easier and everyone benefits from it, you know.
Ooh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. How do you feel like looking out into Crump now? Like what what would you like to see more now happening? Right? Because I think I asked this question last time, and we've had some time to grow and see
Mm-hmm.
different things and make different shit happen.
Yeah.
So if you could throw something out into the Crump universe and watch it unfold, what would it be? Like what would you like to instill?
Um I think now I just want to see more new faces out like in these like battle cards, you know. Because we know we're always going to see a beast. We're going to see a ruin. We're going to see like a concrete. You know, we're always going to see those fools, but it gets old. You know, like
Mhm.
like I love seeing them dance, but I think now's the time. Like let's start letting these newbies like start to take over, you know. Of course, and but of course do it the right way. You know, you they got to be at the sessions first. They got to be willing to put themselves out of their comfort zone, you know, um, and really like practice and like really lab and like really want to grow, you know. But I definitely want to see these newbies like start to take over and shit. Because to be honest, these newbies are what are pushing me. You know, they're so
Nice.
good.
Yeah, God, dude. Yeah, man. And there was a girl, her name's Truck, and she's from Louisiana. She dances under Heart.
Hmm.
And she was talking about Winston, bro. Fun and games. She kept
Hmm.
saying fun and games, fun and games, fun and games. And I was like, who the fuck is fun? Like, it took me a second. And I was like, oh, you're talking about Winston from Zona? She's
Yeah.
like, yeah. I was like, it's just weird hearing you say his name that way because I just know him as Winston. Like, he was Kid Shakes. Like, and then he became a Quanga. And then now it's like he's fucking fun in games, bro. Like, he's doing his fucking thing. And he was another one of those dudes who was screaming rookies, 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 rookies. And here he is now, like doing the fucking thing, and people people were people were really making names for themselves. Bullet.
Hmm.
God damn, Bullet. Like he just fucking got rocket launched into the atmosphere and just
Yeah.
did his fucking thing. Kill Bill. Bro, you, me, like next thing we're on battle cards and next thing we're over here doing this, light heavy hitters and this and that. And like people forget about the light heavy hitters season. Don't you guys ever forget what the fuck we were really out here doing. Like we were coming up with the dumbest ideas just to keep shit lit, like and
Yeah.
and it was lit though. It was like the whole concept was tight as fuck. We need to bring that back. But
Facts.
and I mean Reggie was a part of that. Fucking shout out Bless. And Bless is one of my favorite movers right now.
Yeah.
He's on his there was the Nogales session for his album release, and that man was going crazy.
Yeah. I was like, this is cheating, man. This is your music, bro. Like this is cheating. Man.
Oh my
And like,
god.
but like, I'm proud of Reggie because he's been tight for so long and he's finally getting the recognition, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that he was able to display it against your old big homie Dread too, you know. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were going stupid.
I first met Reggie at, I think it was Solo's house. We were like at his
Oh.
house, or he had like a dance studio in his apartments, and me and Dredd had pulled up, and Reggie was there, and I had never met him, had never seen him, never had heard of him, nothing. I mean, I'm still relatively new. I wasn't even J Dredd yet. I think I was still Baby
Mm,
Dredd. So this was a while back, people.
mm,
And when I seen him dance, I was like, yo, I was like, who the fuck? And then they're like, oh, Bless and this and that. And I was like, that's such a tight name. And I remember talking to Dredd afterwards. I was like, yo, who was that guy? He's like, oh, like Bless has been around. Like Bless is
mm-hmm,
tight. He's like, but a lot of people just kind of overlook him and pass him over. Like he should not be. That's not right. Like there's something wrong in that equation that's just not adding up.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, and I had the chance to battle him too, and that was fucking like just watching him dance and being in the ring with him like that, like taught me a lot. I learned a lot and learned a lot about him. Just even getting in the ring with him, like the way that, he's blessed, man, and I'm corpse. Like he's definitely got way more of a reputation and way more of a standing. But he went first, and he fucking came at me, and so I was like, always, no matter who it is, that really taught me, no matter who it is, you approach it like these motherfuckers are coming to kill you. Because I was coming for Reggie's head, but damn
Yeah,
he got off, boy. Jesus Christ. I was like, yo, my guy, let's talk about this. Like, like, can we talk about this first?
Man,
Oh my god. Bro, and like your battle
yeah,
versus Soulja, man. I don't think enough people talked about that. That was not talked
man,
about enough. You were getting the fuck off, my guy.
bro, thank you, thank you. I was, I was just like, because I was originally supposed to battle at the Get Off versus Hart, but he canceled. So I was like holding on to that energy, like excitement. And I was like, okay. I called out Soldier, so I was like, all right, let's do it, And yeah, what happened happened, and it was a fun battle. He definitely pushed me. Um, yeah, like, I was glad to like I was able to express myself that way. Yeah.
Man, and I think I'm gonna put this on wax. I think Psycho has been probably, if not, I mean, in my eyes, is the greatest matchmaker in Crump. I've
Hmm.
loved the battles he's put together
Hmm.
more than KBL, more than this, more than that. And I remember, I can't remember if it was him that said it, but somebody was like, yo, you were like the Dong King of Crump battles. I was like, that is
Yeah.
such a good way to fucking put it.
Yeah.
But if he's Don King, you are Dana White, bro. You put together some fucking battles. I'm like, yo, oh fucking K, dude. I need to watch this. And then
Man.
including like, mixing in these contenders, these people who might not be in your top 10, but they're smoking these people who are in the top 5. They get that opportunity, they get that shot, and they fucking show out, bro. And
Hmm.
you really put together some good battles. You versus Soja was one where I was like, okay, I like this one. I'm tuning in but I'm telling you, had to pop the laptop open and just sat in front of it like that, like, all right, guys. What's cooking? Like, what's in here? It was nice,
Man.
man. Very good, dude.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it, dude. Man. Yeah. Like I don't battle much, but when I do, like I try to like show out, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like,
Dude, I think definitely over the past year, man, like not only have I seen, just from watching, not only have I seen like such leaps and bounds with your brand. Like, bro, you just had a whole nother drop with your brand. I want to make sure I shout that out, man. Higher
thank
ups
you, bro.
dropping
Thank you,
new
thank you.
gear, bro. And I love that you put on one of the posts like, don't wait till one of your favorite crumpers has got it on. I'm like, bro, all the buckheads literally be wearing your clothes, bro. Like, I still
Yeah.
got your hoodie, I try not to wear it that much because it's so fucking nice. But I got your hoodie hanging up in the closet, bro. Like,
Thank you, bro.
bruh, lit, like so dope of a brand. But there's been leaps and bounds with everything from your brand, the dancing, the sessions. No galleys is a thing, like that's one of those sessions when people are like, oh, what's going on in Cali? It's like, oh, no galleys is on this day, and then you have Beast
Mhm.
Camp this day, you have this one. Like that's one of the stapled ones now. But you're
Mhm.
dancing, bro, too. Like I feel over the last year, maybe even 2 years, dude. Every time I see you, bro, you're just so much fucking better, bro. Every time. It's not like we go through our seasons where it's like, I'm not really feeling it right now. But it's like every
Yeah.
time, Childish is fucking banging, 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 banging. What keeps you going, man? What keeps you motivated? Like I know you said like the rookies and these newbies, but
Yeah.
like what else is fueling that fire?
um, I think not to sound conceited, but myself. Um, I think like the beginning of this year, uh, I had this like light bulb moment, and I was like, I'm tired of my own shit. I was like, I need to get better, and then I started to really like invest myself, and like I shifted my mindset as far as like how I train and like everything I do is like it's with intention, like because I feel like as far when it does come to my dancing, like it doesn't get talked. about enough. So I use that as motivation to like help myself grow.
Mm,
Because I don't want to just be known as the community guy. Like I want to be like he was part of the community, but he was also like out here getting buck. You know, like
mhm.
yeah, like that's what pushed me.
Yeah, it's like that, who was it? Marvin Hagler was said, "It's hard to get up and run when you're sleeping in silk sheets."
Hmm.
And so it's like it is very easy to kind of rest on this idea of like, "Oh, well, I built up the IE," or, "Oh, I built up Oxnard," "Oh, I built up," like, "Look at these guys, they're all good." It's easy to rest on that. It's easy to say,
Yeah,
"Oh, I do the podcast," or, "Oh, I do these clothes," like, and
yeah,
it is easy to kind of fall back and be like, "Oh," rest on those laurels of these other things you've accomplished. But
hmm,
what was the main thing? What was the main thing was getting buck, being out here and
hmm,
being tight,
hmm.
having our name yelled from the sidelines. That was the
Facts.
main thing. I had to remind
Because that's what.
myself of that, dude.
Yeah. Because like in the end, like even though I may not agree with it, like the dancing is what validates us. Like people do take into account of the skill
Mhm.
level. You know, and I was just like,
Mhm.
there'd be times I'm in my own head, I'm like, these people don't think I'm tight, and then that just pushes me harder in the lab. And like I always have a reason to like grow, and you know, I think I just watch a lot of Kobe videos, so like the way he thinks about like you know not being satisfied, you know, and just wanting to be better. Like I think that's what's been pushing me. Yeah.
Last Dance. I think between The Last Dance and then anything Kobe related, like, really kicks me into gear. Like
Bro.
Jordan's absolute competitive nature, I think, is what kind of, like, how Kobe would say it, like, without Jordan, you don't have a Kobe.
Hmm.
And so I think there was this weird transfer of like energy when they played.
Hmm.
Because I do remember hearing Kobe say like he would like pull on his jersey, or like when they were lining up beside each other, he made sure to like elbow him. It's like getting the
Hmm.
rub. Like
Yeah.
you get the rub from being around that greatness, and
Yeah.
and that competitive nature, I think, definitely rubbed off on him. And so
Hmm.
I really, it's so weird to say because this is like, generally we're dancing against other men, but it's like I just want the rub from these people. I just want to get in there with you, bro. And win, lose,
Yeah.
draw, I don't really give a fuck as long as I
Yeah.
know I'm doing what I got to do.
Hmm.
Because if I dance good, but you dance great, fine, whatever. I just can't dance bad. Like
Yeah.
I can't not be up to my own standards, bro. Fuck what
Hmm.
everybody's got to really say, but I don't want to dance. I need to dance good,
Hmm.
and my dancing good is great, and you just might be a little bit better today. But if I get in there, bro, and if I can watch you take a couple of those cheat codes I'm watching you do and kind of soak that in, then I'm winning, no matter what the result is, bro. And I
Facts.
function with that. I function with that so heavy, bro. Staying competitive. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing, man, that we go through as crumpers.
Hmm.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Like I love the sport of it. Like it's I because I come from a sports background, so like that competition keeps me going. You know, I'm
Mhm.
like I'm not out here talking and stuff, but I'm always like waiting for like the next like battle and shit. You know, um, and even our battle, bro. Like I appreciate you pushing me. You know that because that shit you're
Yeah,
getting off
dude,
on me crazy. Yeah,
dude, bro, and I was so nervous, dude, like,
yeah.
going into that, like, that's been one of my favorite battles too, because
Mhm.
it was like, there was so much mutual respect. And
Mhm.
I have a lot of people, who I meet, and they're like, "Oh, you do these battles. Have you ever had to battle a friend?" It's like, yo, I've battled people I look up to. Like, bro, you man, like, there's so much, like, and I don't want to be too fangirly, but there's just so much you do, bro, that I look up to, and it inspires me. And it's
Mhm.
like, then to have to get in the ring with you was like, you kind of have to switch that gear and be like, yeah, you're my pal and all, dude, but we got a battle right now, man.
Yeah.
And really, dude, really honestly, since that battle, it's like, yo, Childish has gotten so, like, he was good then, don't get me wrong, but damn, he's getting so fucking good, bro. Like,
Mhm.
just over and like every time since then. And I remember telling the boys, like, yeah, him battling Soldier, that was not the same person I battled. That's a different Childish, and that's what we aim for, though, right? You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
don't you don't want to be the same dude you were 6 months ago, or a year ago,
Facts.
2 years ago. You want to be
Mhm.
elevating, and you're really taking it, bro. And I love to watch it, and that's why I was down too. I was like thinking about some people to bring on the show, and I was like, man, let me get Childish in this bitch, bro. That's my
Yeah.
fucking guy, dog. He out here working hard as hell, dude. Let me get him in
Man.
here.
Man. Like, I'm honored, bro. Like, for real. Like, whenever you need me, I'm always down. You know, I'm always down for it.
Well, dude, you know what? I am thinking about. I'm gonna be moving to North Carolina soon. Here in
Okay.
about, yeah, here in about 2 months. Um, and I am wanting to get Crump introduced to the community I am out there, where I'm a be out there.
Okay.
Um, because there's like native and mock in them out there, but they're about
Mhm.
2.5 hours north.
Mhm.
And so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm back in Oxnard all over again. Like, this is Oxnard all fucking over again. And, you
Yeah.
know, no disrespect to what Native and them got going on. I never want to step on toes.
Yeah.
But you guys are throwing a session once a month. You guys are throwing a session once a month, and I don't see that there's a lot of anything else going on. So why
So
not do
you could.
something that's a little more consistent? You
Yeah.
know, I'm a
Right.
little closer to South Carolina too. So I can also kind of help them. Like, hey, what do you guys got going on? Okay, well, I'm gonna throw
Mhm.
these sessions these days. Hey, Raleigh, you know, northern side, what do you guys got going on? Okay, that's once a month. Cool. I'm gonna throw this these days. You guys throw what on a Saturday? Okay, cool. I'll make sure that I don't throw nothing on Saturdays. Let me know when your shit's coming up. So if I want to plan something, or if South Carolina's got something going on, and I can start directing people to in the directions that they need to go. You know,
Yeah, bro. And you could
but I,
use your beast name to your advantage. Like, you could use that to
oh
bring people in. You know
wow,
what
I feel so gross when I do that. I feel
I'm
so
saying?
icky. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. But you deserve it. You know. Like, I know I use my knucklehead name like when I
mhm.
need to. You know. And the intention is not bad. You know. It's like we're just trying to get some consistent shit going, you know. Especially you're about to go to somewhere where they only have sessions once a month. No.
Bad vibes. Like, no offense,
Yeah,
guys. No offense to
yeah.
nobody, man. But that's bad vibes. Like, I need. I realize that too, and maybe you could talk about this too. Is like doing the 9 to 5 and all this stuff. Like,
Mhm,
kind of the further we get taken away from dance, I feel like the harder I get pushed into it, where it's
mhm,
like I realize more and more how pivotal it is in my life. I realize how much good it does for me. Like, I don't feel
mhm.
right if I go too long without dancing. I don't feel the same. I get antsy. I get frustrated about stupid
Mhm.
shit. Like the
Yeah,
fucking Wi-Fi going out, bro. You should have seen me. I was in here pacing. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? And usually I'm more
yeah,
calm about it. Do you
yeah,
ever do you ever
mhm.
feel like that? Do you ever get those type of feelings?
Yeah, bro. Like, if I don't session for too long, I'm like, what the hell am I doing with my life? Like, you know, like I could only imagine like once a month for a session. whereas over here in Cali, we have a session every day.
Mhm.
Like, we're so spoiled out here in Cali.
Yeah.
Like at least I could understand biweekly or something, like something like but once a month. Hell no.
Yeah, I sympathize with it because when you've never had any different, you
Yeah.
don't know. It's like you don't know what you don't know.
Hmm.
It's like they're probably happy as fuck with that once a month. The people who are
Yeah.
enjoying it, and that's wonderful. But I think the communities, especially like where I'm from, bro, it's really bad out there. It's really
Yeah.
rough. You
Hmm.
know, crime, this and that, this and that. It's really rough for the fucking kids, man. And
Yeah.
I, I'm tired of seeing RIP posts.
I feel
I'm tired of seeing RIP posts. I'm tired of the buddies who I grew up with who have kids now.
you.
I'm
Hmm.
tired of getting these messages from them worrying about their kids. What are their kids going to do?
Hmm.
They don't like basketball or they don't like football. What are they going to do? Like, I wish I can sign them up. And it's like, have you ever thought about dance classes?
Yeah.
Like we all like to dancing. Don't you think they would benefit? And they just don't really
Hmm.
have it going on like that. And so,
Hmm.
uh, yeah, I hope. But I say all that though is like I hope one day, man, once I get out there and get everything rolling, I'd love to fly you out, bro. I'd
Oh yeah. Let me
love
know.
to fly you out,
Let me know, man. Like, I've never really been outside of Cali, so like that would be dope. you know.
bro. We're gonna make that happen then for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
and I'm such a Cali dude. Like, I've only been to Colorado for Krump, Arizona, Oregon, and Vegas.
Oh,
That's
dope, man.
it. So basically, just on the west side and like a little bit of the Midwest. Um, yeah, that'd be dope.
We'll make it happen. Trust me. There's a small list of people who I'm like, yeah, I would want them to come out and teach and speak with people and kind of share their insight.
Yeah,
And you're definitely on that list, man. It's a
okay,
short
dope.
list. It's a short list, so trust me, man. You're on there. Um,
Alright.
before we
You
get
already
off of
know.
here,
Yeah, go
oh,
ahead.
go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before we get off of here, man. Again, I want to say thank you, dude, for coming on. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for being in
Hmm.
my life. and
Yeah,
and thank you, bro, for touching the lives of people who I consider family to me.
thank you, bro.
I'm never gonna let it go. Um,
Hmm.
but before we check off, is there any gems you want to drop for anybody? Any like closing words? Childish's gem of the night.
Man, gem of the night. I would say, um, as far as like the new faces, like don't get discouraged. Um, just keep working hard. Just keep working hard. Like stay consistent, and don't be afraid to get yourself out of your comfort zone. You know, like it's like people will notice your work if you're working hard, and I think that's all I'll say. Yeah.
Dope, my man, Childish. You guys, Playground 10-year anniversary. Make sure you check it out. Tune in with him. HYR.UP Clothing, new releases. Get on that shit expeditiously because I mean, don't wait. Don't wait until all these buckheads is wearing it and I tell my guy to jack up the fucking price on you lames. Don't do it. Don't make me do it because it's way too affordable for what you're getting and what you're supporting. Everything in between. Childish, my guy. Thank you, man. Again, thank you for
Of
being alive,
course.
bro. Thank you for coming
Thank
on
you.
the show.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
Hey, dude, I'll send you a message right now, bro. But thank you, dude. Smoking section. We're out of here.